Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Camille Prosperity out of Pooler, Georgia. Hey, all right, so I got Facebook and YouTube, and I have the Instagram over here. So guys, listen, I've been wanting to do this video. I say this all the time. I need to just jump to the videos and stop saying this. But I've definitely been wanting to do this video for a moment because I think it's something that will help many of you. This is a general video, and as you guys come in, hey Janine, what's going on? As you guys come in, I would love it if you would tell me where you're watching from, because y'all know I love to see where the power of technology takes me. Replay viewers as well, okay? So everything I do is inspired by you and my life, right? And I think this will help a lot of people because we just recently came off of the new year, and also because I'm in an area of entrepreneurship that is specifically network marketing. Now, this is not a network marketing video, and it's not a entrepreneurship video. It is a relationships video, okay? Hey, Rosalind, what's going on? Hey, Candy B. So, listen, Chicago, okay, I've only been to Chicago once. All right, so I'm going ahead and get into it because we're like already a few minutes in. So, listen, guys. Recently, we came upon the new year, right? And one of the things that I see people doing a lot for the new year, especially in my profession, is like, they're like, I'm cutting people off. It's pruning season. You got to go so I can grow. And I fell prey to that when I first got into network marketing because people were saying things like, Candy said, it's the blue light for me. Yes, I know, right? You know I love my new lights. But yeah, it really helps in the nighttime to give me some kind of but yeah, especially when you're in network marketing, they really like promote this, and this is why a lot of people hate network marketers, because if you fall into this too much, you'll cut off all your friends. You'll be like, they didn't buy from me, they didn't support my rank, they didn't help me get the trip, they didn't help me and that's not the way to do it. One of the things that I love about my primary coach right now is that he's like, let your friends be your friends and let your business partners be your business partners. Now, should your friends support you? Yes. But what does support look like to you? All the time, maybe they don't support you in the way that you want them to support you, but is it still support? In my book now, at 42 years young, basically this is how I operate. As long as you don't hurt me, as long as you don't hurt me, you're good with me. You don't have to support me financially. You don't have to buy my product. You don't have to share. You don't have to do things involving money or join my team or anything like that. But just don't talk about my stuff, right? Don't talk about my journey. Don't put me down and things of that nature. Now, I want to tell you the story of two friends of mine, because I think this is going to help a lot of y'all going into 2022. I had two friends, y'all. One I met freshman year high school. One I met freshman year college. Now, knew these friends, of course, before I had children. But we had kids together. We got married together. We went through college together. We had all of these life milestones together. And luckily, my freshman year high school and my freshman year college friend together, we all meshed together. Don't you love it when you have a group of friends and you bring with another group of friends and you're like, ooh, I hope everybody's cool, and they're really, really cool. So as married women with children, we all hung out together. And really, really hung out together. Kids' birthdays, holidays, whatever days, we just need to sip on sparkletini together days. The women and the kids upstairs, the women drinking together down here, and the guys outside. It was great. Everybody's husbands got together, got along. All the kids got along. It was wonderful. Until my now ex-husband and I decided we would be the first in the group to divorce. And this group was we were thick as thieves, right? We were super duper tight. And this group, we always said, now let's go divorce because ain't nobody else getting in this circle. That sounds well and good until it actually happens. And so my ex-husband and I were the first ones to split. Now, divorce is heart-wrenching because you don't only divorce your spouse, you divorce some of your in-laws, and you also divorce some of your friends. You know, the judge doesn't divide your friends, but there is a divide in your friends oftentimes for various reasons. So I'm getting into these divorced women's groups and stuff just to learn how to cope, right? And everything in my life is changing. And I'm reading how online, I'm reading how these people are saying, you know, yeah, a lot of your friends gonna change. So now I noticed during the divorce, which was only supposed to take like 3 months and ended up taking a year, one of the worst years of my life. I noticed that to me, I'm like, hold up, my friends are not there for me. My friends are not here for me like they should be during this divorce. And I'm thinking like, well, one friend was like, well, I don't want to be in the middle of anything. And the other friend I didn't hear from her. Then I found out she was hanging out with my ex. Now she's married. I don't think she wants my ex, but it was very weird to me that you're my friend and you're hanging out with him, but not checking on me. To this day, I have no idea why. Just all communication cut off with her. This is somebody who I have been there for through some of the most horrible times in her life. And to this day, I have no idea why she stopped talking to me. Now, the other friend, I'm like, oh, she, I guess she's going along with her. So I guess she's doing the same thing. Now, this friend, I will say she called and she checked on me every now and then. Now, I am the type of person who I have the wonderful and horrible. If you know me in real life, you know I have the power of disassociation. Unfortunately, it's something I developed in childhood. Just seeing things that I should not have seen, I can disengage from what I am going through, right? So I can be going through something and act like doo-doo-doo, and just shut off, shut down, retreat, right? So this other friend was checking in with me and she's like, hey, you good? And I'm like, yeah, I'm good. Because in my mind, she has stuff going on. I didn't want to get into specifics. She already told me that she, you know, didn't want to pick sides and just wanted to be neutral. And also, we're this circle of friends. So if that friend is already going rogue and is hanging out with my ex, is she hanging out with my ex too? Is she cool with him too? If I tell her something, will it get back to him? And there's all these things playing through my mind. So I distanced myself from her. However, I was mad because I felt like she was distancing herself from me. I felt like she should have done more for me during my divorce. So we're going to speed this on up. Coming toward the end of this year, 2021, I was really feeling some kind of way when she would text me, because she would text me and check in and be like, hey, y'all cool? I'd be like, yep. But you know how you get a text from somebody and you're like, that's my dog, that's my girl. And then you know how you get a text from somebody and you just, you like, it's not the same. I don't. So it was the latter. Right? I was having that, instead of like, oh, that's my girl. I was having a feeling. So I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Before 2022, I was like, okay, I don't like this feeling. I've got to, maybe this is a sign. This is new year, new things. I need to, this is a friendship who's had its season. And so one night I went into my closet. Y'all know I like to go in my closet where, this is shut off room, right? It keeps me from outside stimuli so I can just focus on what I'm talking about. And I gave her a call. Y'all, we spoke for 2 hours and we went it wasn't intentional. I thought it was going to be a quick conversation like, hey girl, it's been real, but I feel some kind of way about da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Like I had played out in my mind how I was going to dissolve this friendship. And let me tell y'all something. My friend checked me politely. My friend checked the hell out of me politely. There's nothing like, let me tell you this too. I am so happy that I didn't just stop calling her, because that's what a lot of people do. They just stop calling you. But I can't do that to you if I care about you. I will never understand how people can claim to care about somebody and do certain things. There was a YouTube blogger that I was listening to, and he said, when you truly love someone, it's not hard. It's not hard. Certain things are not hard. Them asking you to do certain things is not hard when you truly love someone, because, and this is not in a romantic relationship. This is in any type of relationship, right? There are certain things that my son asked me to do. I don't physically feel like doing it, but I will do it because I love him. It's not hard, right? And if the person loves you back, the right person, they won't even demand certain things of you, right? So you're not going to, well, y'all do what y'all do, because some of y'all out there nasty. But for me, I'm not going to get with somebody and he said, till death do us part, you the one and only one. And then, here we are a year and he's like, hey, I really, if you love me, you're going to have a threesome. If you love me, you wouldn't even ask that of me. I don't roll that way. Okay. I know, you know how I go with my analogies, but there are certain things that if you love somebody, you will do. And there are certain things that if you love someone, you won't even require that of them. They won't even require that of you. So going back to my friend, I told her how I felt about everything. And here is what people have a tendency to do in conversations. They have a tendency to one-up you. Well, okay, so you saying that I didn't do this. Well, you didn't do that. And I give my friend credit because she let me fully get out everything that I was saying. Also, I'm not a cursor. I don't bring cursing into confrontation. Because there are certain trigger words, like if I say, your ancestors, that's going to make somebody be on alert, right? So, there's like an art to arguing. And especially I think when you love someone and when you are fighting for that relationship. Initially, I was not fighting for that relationship. However, because in my mind, my friend was the person who was doing all the wrong stuff. But she let me know, Kim, you come to Atlanta almost every month for a conference, and I found out on social media. So if you're saying you want a relationship with me, like I don't go down to Savannah, but you come here all the time. And I didn't even think about it. I'm like, yeah, but I come from work. So I'm like in and out. I have to come drop off Kazan and then go to my conference and then drop him and pick him up again. And then I have to drive. I don't visit anybody when I come to Atlanta. She's like, but I don't know that. And that was a very good point, because from her perspective, that's me being a bad friend. And then she's like, I'm calling to check on you and you're telling me that everything is fine. And I'm like, but because I know you got all these kids and you're in school and you're working, whatever. And da-da-da-da-da. And I didn't want to bother you. She's like, okay, so then don't say that I'm not calling to check on you then. If you're not letting me in, don't say that I'm not being a good friend. Good point. And every time, and we went line item, there were a lot of things in my mind, in my head, a lot of stories that I made up based on my relationship with that other friend and what I was going through at the time that I superimposed on her. And she really wasn't doing that. Hey, Renee, everybody loving the blue light. But she really wasn't doing those things. When we dug down into this discussion, into this conversation, some of that was my mind playing tricks on me. And I had to actually sift through, like I said, kind of sort of everything that I had been bottling up and go through that with her. And to her credit, she was a grown behind woman. She was a grown behind woman about the whole entire thing. Like I said, she didn't curse me. I didn't curse her. There was no voices raised. There was none of that. When I made my point, she was like, are you good? Are you done? Because before I address what you say, I want to make sure you got everything out. I was like, yeah, I'm done. And that helper came with her points like a dang on lawyer. And she was like, now, based on this, and she had all valid points, and I am so glad that I called her, and I'm so glad that she picked up the phone, because that's what you do when you love someone. That's what you do when you care about someone. That's what you do when you're a true friend. But it takes two. I know a lot of anti-uppers that the minute you say something, they come right back. They don't even address the fact that they hurt you before they tell you, well, this is how you hurt me. And you get nowhere like that. You get nowhere. Listen to me good. You get nowhere like that. In 2022, right now I'm 42 and a half years old. And I am determined that going forward, every relationship that I have, it will be with people that care about me and that I care about them. And in these relationships, this is how it's going to play out. We're going to have differences. We're going to have arguments. We're going to have different points of view. But if you and I are friends, if you and I are even, especially if we're lovers, I am determined that this is how it's going to play out. It will never, ever, 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 ever be me against you or you against me. It will be me and you against whatever is dividing us in the moment. You and I will not draw the line in the sand, stand on opposite sides and fuss at each other. No, you and I will stand hand in hand together on the same side, and we will confront the thing that is dividing us in that moment. That's what you do when you care about someone. You don't try to prove that you're right. You don't try to prove that they're wrong. You just try to make it right. And I'm seeing a lot of people talking about cutting people off. This is over. And then, did you ever sit your butt down and have a grown conversation? See what's going on with them? What role did you play in whatever is going on right now? Did you come to the conversation with an open heart, wanting to hear them out, wanting to acknowledge their feelings? And if you must let them know, articulating yourself in a way that they could even receive the message. Because I got off that phone very impressed with my friend. I was like, oh, okay, we grown in 2022, going into 2022. And since then, I mean, I'm not going to take y'all through our whole friendship, but like I said, there were things that I had made up in my own head. I was like, oh, she tripping because da-da-da-da-da. And my friend had to say, Kim, we never did those things anyway. I mean, I can't take y'all through it because it would literally be taking y'all from 1997 until now. And we ain't got time for that, right? But she brought up some very good points that I didn't even think about. And it was necessary for us to have that conversation. So the bottom line is, y'all, whether you're an entrepreneur and you feel like your friends are not supporting you, whether you're someone who's going through divorce and you feel like, oh, your friends are not there for you emotionally while you have this tragic experience in your life, I'm telling you right now, not everybody needs to be cut off. Not every person needs to be pruned. They got to go so I can grow. Yeah, all these things that rhyme, they're not always right. They just sound good. But don't let all these people who are going through their own ish and they don't even know how to deal with it get in your head and have you cutting off someone who maybe truly loves you, who maybe truly cares. Don't do a person the disservice of not even having the conversation with them and saying, hey, listen, I'm feeling some kind of way about us right now. And this is why. Give them the opportunity to F up before you cut them off. Now, there are some people, I'm going to tell y'all this. There are some people, they guys got to go. Yeah, they do. That other friend, ain't no way, ain't no how. I don't even want to hear it at this point, because if you can let this amount of time go, and like I said, you done been hanging out with my ex, you done come on, some of the things that she's done, I can't even wrap my head around it. The only thing I can say is that God, in my mind now, I am thankful when people do bad things to me. I'm thankful. You know why? Because, and especially the worse it is, I'm thankful for, because you are severing that tie for forever. I am thankful. There are certain people who are very, very cruel to me. I'm thankful. You know why? Because you're letting me know you're letting me know you don't deserve my love. You're letting me know that, that for some people, them treating me badly is the only way I can get over them. It's the only way I can know, oh, es finito. It is done. Okay? It's always completo. No más. It's a fiend. All of that. You stuck a fork in it for me. Okay? So, Quan, oh my God, Quan, you gotta watch this again. Because you are probably the only person on this conversation who knows who I'm talking about, who can appreciate this. Quan was in the circle. She ain't one of the ones I just talked about, but Quan was in the circle. Quan is like, oh Lord, what I done stepped into. I miss you, Quan. I miss you, girl. But I'm telling y'all, you want to be in connection, relationship with grown folks who know how to have fun with you and equally know how to fight with you. Especially, it's not cute to be late 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, still talking about this B got it twisted. How old are you? Is this the 90s? What is going on? At some point, grown folks, adults, gotta start adulting. And like I said, if you truly love somebody, if you truly care about somebody, then it's not hard. But people will show you how they really, Renee laughing at me. I'm telling you, people will show you how they really feel about you. Now, conversely, I'm telling you about somebody who I let go in 2021. So I had this friend, and I truly cared about him. Not romantically, but I truly cared about him. I feel like he was misunderstood. Y'all know how we women like to be like that. I feel like he was misunderstood, and this, that, and the third, and blah, 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 blah. We had long conversations. He told me some stuff, and this is why I find it hard to connect with people, Kim. And I'm like, oh, well, this will be different. And it was not different because this person had woman issues. Again, we didn't have anything romantic. But this person had woman issues, and he would at times say things about women. Now, I have a uterus. I'm a woman. So, and I made this clear to y'all before. You cannot care about somebody and say these blanket statements. I have a lot of male friends. I know some wonderful males. I know some men who don't even curse in front of women, who don't drink. They there for their kids. They there for their mama. They do all this other stuff. I have some wonderful male friends. I know y'all like, well, why you ain't with them? That's a whole nother story. But I have some wonderful male friends. Therefore, I don't make blanket statements like men are dogs. Men are liars. Men be out here, all men for the streets. I don't say that. Why? Because if you are a male friend of mine, I cannot make a blanket statement like that because that could possibly hurt you. Likewise, if you care about me and you're a guy and I'm a woman, you're not going to be out here talking crazy about women, right? And making these blanket statements about women because your heifer that you met somewhere on the street did you wrong, and you already know you have bad issues picking women. So now all women are this, all women are that, and women this and this. You don't have no woman. You got horrible relations with women, but then you want to get on the internet and play Kevin Samuels and school women on what they need to do to please a man. You sound stupid as hell. We can't be no friends no more. So he had to go. He was blocked on all social media platforms, and that's somebody I just have to love from afar through the eyes of God. I have to let God love on him because that's somebody who, if I tell you, you hurt me when you do this or when you say this or when you act that way and you just act like, oh, well, deal with it. Well, then, yes, I got to chuck you the deuces. So my whole point in this video, again, I got a lot of entrepreneur friends, and you have been told if your friends don't support you, they're not really your friends. That is not true. They just might want to support you a different way. Or maybe they just want to be your friend. They don't want to be your business partner. They don't want to help you win the trip. They don't want to help you reach the rank. Maybe they just want to be your friend. Okay? If you open up a nail salon, I'm not magically going to want to go get my nails done. I'm not that girl. But maybe I'll buy a nail polish. Maybe. But I don't want you to open up a nail salon, and just because I don't patronize it within the first month to keep your doors open, all of a sudden now all of the good things I've done are now mean nothing to you. Does that make sense? Renee said that does sound so childish. Yeah, you got to know there are certain people that can grow with you. Again, and the older I get, the more it is important to me. I know I'm going to fight with a lot of people because we're all different people. We have different traumas, dramas, childhood perspectives, all that type of stuff. I'm less worried about us fighting and more concerned with how we disagree. That is extremely important to me. How we disagree is extremely important. So I really think that you should assess that. Always give a person a chance to explain themselves, and you might learn something about yourself and the role that you played in the demise, the dissolution, or the destruction, or the whatever of the relationship up to that point as well. But give them a chance. Don't just be walking around here cutting people off and don't do that. So there's a lot going on. I'm seeing a lot of things, and I thought I would come on here and address that. So that is that. Thank y'all for watching. Did this help someone? I appreciate all the feedback and the emojis. Y'all having y'allselves a funky good time. But did this help someone? Let me know down below. Comment, share, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And again, going forward, just do a better job at communicating, articulating yourself, and giving people a chance, because we're all going through different things. And friends are hard to come by. Friends, how many of us have them? And sometimes circumstances or your own life that you're going through might make you think that your friend has become a frenemy, when really that's not the case at all. It's not the case at all. The enemy does love isolation, though. He wants you to feel alone. He wants you to cut off people that you love. And oftentimes it can be hard. The lines can get very, very blurred between those that do love you and those that were sent to make you grow and grow your patience. I'm sorry. Y'all know I got 50 million alarms. All right, so let me go. I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye. Am I still with TLC? Shoot, yeah. Where you been, Renee? No, I'm just playing. I know y'all don't be on my social media all the time. Yeah, I just posted something. Girl, yeah. What you need? What you need? What you need? But no, text me at 404. That's another thing. Oh, yo, before I leave. Text me at 404-383-5953. That is my new community number. Text me about, some people are texting me because they want more. They want to follow my credit journey, my consumer protection journey. They're getting special deals. That is just a service that I paid to take my business to the next level so that I could communicate with all of you more intimately. I'm really enjoying it, and everybody who is on my list says that they're enjoying it too. They're like, oh girl, thank you. It's just way, way better, because everybody doesn't live on social media, and a lot of y'all are missing stuff because Mark Zuckerberg is a hater. I'm just like, but yeah, the algorithm, I'm too old to be fooling up with this algorithm. I don't care about the algorithm. I don't want to learn the algorithm. I don't want to play the algorithm's game. Come straight to the horse's mouth. 404-383-5953. All right. I'll talk to y'all later for real. I'm ending now for real because y'all be having me rambling. Bye.